All right, welcome to another weekend video. I'll just make sure I'm recording there. Not weekend video, midweek video, because I missed last weekend's video. So I thought I'll do a quick update and kind of keep you in the loop of what I think is going on. And obviously, if you want nightly updates, go to the website and join. So that's, that's the simplest way. All right, go to bullwebs.org, sign up, become a member, and you get nightly updates, members only updates on the website. Okay. All right, I'll go through the US dollar crosses first. So this is the euro dollar um, pattern that I'm following. So a wave one top and a wave two decline. Been an expanding flat correction, and I think we're getting close to a low. I think soon enough we will hit a low in wave C. So we've got wave A down, wave B up done, and I think we're working towards 5 waves down in wave C. Wave C so far, wave C in green has reached 162% of wave A, so that's wave A down, and wave C down has reached 162% of that. Close enough for a country job, as they say. I think, like I said, I think we're getting close to a low here. I think it's important now to begin turning our attention higher. I don't know. Let's go to the short-term count here. I don't know if we have reached that final low yet. It's still hit and miss at the moment. I was kind of hopeful about that previous rally there I think it was last Thursday and Friday, but that was totally retraced this week. So it could be 5 waves down, done in wave 5 of C. So looking for a kind of impulsive move higher and then a higher low to build um, above this 104.40 level, let's say. So let's see how that works out in the next couple of days. And that will indicate, if we get that, that'll indicate that there's a possibility that the price will turn higher. Okay, here is dollar or pound dollar. Looking for, let's go to short-term count first. A possible fourth wave correction here. If you can see it on 4-hour count, we're looking for 5 waves down, wave one. So a possible fourth wave correction within wave one. I know we're kind of, let's say, deviating slightly between euro dollar and pound dollar, but these things I think will come from time to time. That happens, but these I think we will eventually, longer term. I think both of those are going lower, but it looks like we're going to diverge slightly for a period of time, maybe a few months. But for the moment, I think we will complete 5 waves down in wave one, and then we'll correct higher, reasonably higher in pound dollar, back towards about 128, 128, 129 later on in the year. Still working on this 5 wave pattern lower though. So here's the hourly count. You can see a possible third wave low, maybe expanded flat correction wave 4 underway. We've got that spike higher. That's what we're looking for today. But spike higher. Let's see if we build a small higher low in wave 1 and 2 to indicate that wave C is underway. So that'll take out ABC up in wave 4, back towards about 123.50 maybe, and then turn down into wave 5 again. So you can see dollar yen. We were looking for a top in wave 5 of 3. Quite possible we've hit that top now. A very sharp move lower yesterday, and again, quite a sizable retracement. So it's kind of up in the air what's happening right now at this point. We still could have that. It's still a possibility that we have the ending diagonal pattern underway here in wave 5 blue. But for the moment, I'm contemplating the idea that wave 5 of 3 is now in place. Let's see if we get 3 waves down in wave A of A. So you can see overall we'll build 3 down, 3 up, 5 down in wave A. That should fall down to around about 144 again in dollar yen. So let's see how that goes over the next, that's probably a couple of weeks work here. So we'll see how it goes. Okay, stock market correcting slightly higher in the futures this morning. It looks like we're getting close to a third wave complete now. You could say that's wave 1 and 2 done, and this is wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe. Um, there is another way of viewing it. You could say that this is wave 1, 2, and all of this move here is just wave 3 of 3, and that's quite possible as well. If that's the case, then we have more downside to expect in wave 3 in blue here. My preferred target for wave 3 blue is about 32,400, let's say. So about 32,400 is where wave 3 in blue reaches 162% of wave 1 in blue. So we'll keep that in mind as the week progresses. This is the hourly count here. I'm being a little bit more conservative in the hourly count, suggesting that wave 3 in blue is probably closer to complete than even I would like to contemplate. But anyway, for the moment, it looks like we're building 5 waves down in wave 5 of 3. If that's correct, then we'll probably, range sideways. I'd like to today, and I'd like to see wave 4 of 5 hold below, let's say, hold below 33,200 maybe. That level should at least act as resistance. Since it's a spike low from previous in the week. I think that's Monday's move. So for the rest of the week, I would like to see a fourth and a fifth wave complete that wave 5 in pink. So, fingers crossed, we'll get down towards that 162% extension, so about 32,400. If we get there, then I'll be quite happy to look higher next week in wave 4. In wave 4 in blue, you can see we're in that kind of, we're in that target zone now, where wave 3 will start to lose momentum, and we'll start hitting, we'll start seeing more comprehensive, at least corrections higher before the final low completes, and then impulsive move higher up into wave 4. So it's day by day. This is a daily process. Let's see how the pattern treats us today. For the moment, I'm still looking lower. Close out this trend channel down about 33. Forgive me, down around 32,400. That's kind of my ideal ballpark area for wave 3 to complete. So let's see how that goes for the rest of this week. Okay, so here is the gold market. So we've got third wave down, getting close to done in gold. The ideal target for this third wave is about 1790, and that's where wave 3, so wave 3 in blue, reaches 162% of wave 1 in blue. I know this is an extended pattern, so we're working our way towards that final low in wave C, but I don't think we're there yet. If we go to the hourly count, you can see that I am still counting wave 3 in blue as underway. Maybe we're working with wave 4 right now, wave 4 of 3. We'll correct higher in wave 4, possibly up towards about 1845, 1850, and then turn down again in wave 5 of 3. Again, that's the 1790 area where we reach that 162% target, and I'm going to hold that as the target for the rest of the week. Let's see how the pattern develops. Okay, let's get onwards. I'll keep this nice and short. Here is the 4-hour count in crude oil. The last time I was speaking to you, we were closing out at top with a throwover in a fifth wave of wave C of wave 4. And now we've got a nice impulsive move lower. We're actually, this morning, we're tagging that 200 MA line here of the previous rally. So we have broken the 50 MA, and we're on the verge of breaking that 200 MA. I think, and like I was saying the last time, go back and check the video. I was looking for an impulsive reversal, and I think we are pretty close to completing that impulsive reversal. Obviously, we've got a wave 1 down to play out, and then a wave 2 create a bearish lower high before moving more long term to the downside. If we get to what I can say here is at least the pattern is working quite well for the moment. Okay, so let's get to the hourly count. Here you can see the 5-wave pattern down in wave 1 that I'm working with. Last night we were looking for a reversal into wave 5 of 3, and this morning we've got that reversal. So it looks like we're pretty close to completing wave 3 here of wave 1. So we've got wave 1, 2, 3, an extended 5-wave pattern in wave 3. So we've got wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in wave 3. We'll get a correction sideways higher. I would suggest maybe that previous 4th wave neckline there for wave 4 to hold below, so about $88 in wave 4, and then a turn down again in wave 5 of 1. So if we get 5 waves down in wave 1, maybe by the end of this week, maybe early next week, then again after that I'll look higher in wave 2. But this is the pattern that I'm working with right now, and we'll see how it goes from here. Okay, so we'll move on. Here is S&P. We're getting close to that target area, that ideal target area, about 4100 for wave 3 to complete. Again, it's a pretty, it's a replicatable pattern. I remember saying a few weeks ago that, once markets start breaking, they'll start moving together. And, it all kind of becomes, in a bear market, it all becomes the one market, all risk assets begin to move together as, deflation takes over. But wave 1 and 2 are done. Again, we're working on that wave 3 decline of wave 1. So this would be wave 1 of a larger wave 3 and a much larger wave 3. So we're working on 5 waves down in wave 1. And within the last couple of weeks, we've been working on wave 3 of that wave 1. So let's get to the hourly count here. You can see that wave 3 of 3 is complete. We've reversed higher in wave 4, and now we're turning down again in wave 5 of 3. Again, the lower target area is the 4100 area is the ideal target area for wave 3 to hit. Let's see if we get there. I'm not sure whether we get there or not. We'll just have to wait for the next couple of days to see how the trade completes this week. But we're most likely within this wave 5 of 3 scenario here, and I don't think we've got 5 waves down complete there yet. So I think there's another step lower to come in to complete wave 3 blue. And again, that 4100 area is the ideal, let's say, zone for this to complete. Okay, here's silver. Quite a sharp move lower that we were looking for, this move lower into wave C. And this week, it has delivered quite nicely in wave C. So, we're actually getting quite close to a very pivotal point in wave C. I'm going to explain this now. Let's get this moved into place. Overall, we're looking at wave 1 and 2 in blue. Actually, I'll go to the daily chart and show you a bit better. So we've got wave 1 and 2 in blue, and then wave 1 and 2 in red. So this is a lower degree 1-2 pattern to begin wave 3 up. 1 and 2. This second wave low here at 1990 is a key point for the overall pattern. If we break this low, I think things get very tenuous for any bullish pattern, to be quite honest, because if we break that 1990 low, then this alternate count here actually comes into play. This alternate count here is tracking 3 waves up in wave B and then looking for a larger decline in wave C. And that could bring us down below $14 again without much hassle. And, if we are hitting a deflationary wave lower, silver and gold are still, if they're traded on the financial market, they're financial assets. I know people do hold, even myself, hold physical gold, but if it's traded as part of the financial, let's say, the atmosphere within the financial market system, it's a financial asset. And if it starts, bleeding, profusely, people are going to dump it like as if it's rotten potatoes. And we could see $14 again. Now, if we see $14 again, I would scream buy. Even if it drops to 12, I would scream buy, because we get down there, you know, that's a significant low that's a long-term low. You could buy it there and then just forget about it for 10 years, that kind of scenario. But um, for the moment, we're still working on this possible bullish pattern, but we are getting very close. We're getting very close to that invalidation line. You can see that invalidation line here at 1990. And we still haven't finished wave C. So here's the pattern I'm working with within wave C, and it's a third wave extension. Again, there's that night. It's actually on the short-term pattern. Short-term chart is 1987, so we'll call it 1990. We're not finished wave 3 of C yet. You can see how close this can actually get to breaking down for the longer term. So I'm watching this closely this week. If we break 1990, I am probably going to ditch this bullish pattern. We'll see how it goes. But anyway, the pattern is working quite well. Last week and this week has kind of brought us closer to the target area. Let's see how it pans out for the next few days. And obviously, I'll be back on Friday. So this is Bitcoin. We were looking at 3 waves up in wave 2. That target area, previous wave 4, 28,000. I was pointing out, I think that on the previous video, at least that's the level I had in on my chart. And then we've come down. We've completed 3 waves up. We hit the upper trend line, broke the previous 4th wave high, and we've come down pretty impulsively off that level. So we could be looking at a 1-2 pattern underway here off that second wave high. So let's see if we get a follow through to the downside this week. Then sayonara Bitcoin. Right, I think that's it. God's blessings to you all. Obviously, I'll leave you with the gospel, but I'll be back later on in the week. That's the good news of salvation there, and read it, turn to Christ, and I'll see you on Friday for the weekly roundup. Okay, hope you enjoyed that short video. I'll see you Friday. God bless. Bye-bye.